So it's been 24 hours since I've learned of my sister's passing. And with every loss of a person that you love, the hurt is different. And I'm hurt. Uh, hurt. So my sister gone. My sister gone. Um, uh, just to know that she's not going to pull up more. Like she used to pull up in the driveway, and I didn't even have to, look out the window or wait to hear her knock on the door, or I already knew it was her in the driveway. Because that's how she pulled up. Bumping that old school music. And, lady walking down the street, pulling out a baby in the wagon. I don't know why he's screaming, but yeah, she would pull up in the driveway, and we start talking out there, but then we come in the house and we be talking for hours, laughing. Sometimes, oh man, yeah, we just be laughing and joking and encouraging each other, and sometimes correcting each other, and just loving on each other, just talking, fellowship. Food season about over here. Just gonna have to. I'm not gonna leave it up. I'm gonna take it down. Um, and as quiet and peaceful it is this morning, on the inside I'm screaming because she gone. There'll be times where I would pull up at her house and do the same. We just in there just talking for hours. We was each other's support system. I helped raise her kids. She helped raise mine. To tell my son and grandson that she was gone, that was for me to even say that, to let that come out my mouth. Well, for it to have to come out of my mouth, it hurt. And to it don't matter how old your children get, to hear them cry, that hurts too. My son, he just turned 28 Sunday. So, it's early morning here. I just came out just to walk the yard, just to see if there's any trash blown up in here or anything else, and I, pick it up, and then even just to walk the yard, it's peaceful. Before the day gets started. And now, with her passing, now I'm gonna go in here and since now I got my bearings just a little bit. I'm gonna go in here and in my office and go through my things and make sure that all my things are in order. Make sure that policies are, in place, in the time where they're going to need to be found. Because I don't know my day, but that day will be here. That's a day that none of us can avoid. So I just go in here and make sure, double check, read through them and make sure everything is where it's supposed to be, and other things that need to be in place that need to be they need to be able to be retrieved, So, that doesn't have to be looked for, that doesn't have to be a daunting task, Just go in and grab all the paperwork and whatever else that's needed and for business to be taken care of. And now a lot of people, probably would have that thought to like, man, that's hard to do. But really, because I've had to do it three times, I'm sorry. Yeah, and I'm sorry I had to do it 3 times. But doing those 3 times and preparing for someone's, services after they passed, I found that that's the easy part. The hard part is learning to live without them, because that's something that can't be taught either. You can't teach yourself to live without somebody. Unless you was in a relationship and you broke up, that type of thing. Then you teach yourself to live without somebody. But once someone's passed, when your loved one has gone on, you have to learn to live without them, because you had no control over that. So that's the hard part. So yeah. So that's what I'm doing this morning. If I find something out of place or something that I missed or something that needs to be done, because as you live, things continue to change, and I may need to add something, so that when my time comes, my son won't have to, be trying to figure stuff out. Even if I miss something, very prayerfully, it's minor, for the most part. Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing here just for a little bit. I encourage everyone else to do the same, even if you do have your final arrangements and wishes and all that stuff, and insurance policies and wills and all that stuff in place. I just encourage you just to go over it from time to time. You may have missed something. Well, even just to go over it to make sure, yeah, okay, everything's in place, just to make sure it's there. Because that's a time that none of us can avoid. That's a day that we all have that's appointed to us. So